Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 22. It's time for another episode of our career mode. It's time for the Dutch GP of Assen. So here we are in pole position in one of my most beloved tracks. We're here in Assen and away we go. So granted, in the first position I'm going to drop the power down to 2, keep things interesting. We realised how great it was last time out in Sachsenring by keeping the power down to 2. And even in Catalonia, where that race was just as intense as it was in the German GP. But a great start already. We have got the lead. We didn't lose it, I don't think, even on the drag down to the line. Celestino Vietti in second position by 0.3 of a second. Now, the Italian crashed out in the Sachsenring, and I'm pretty certain he wants revenge. He was excellent in the German GP, so we'll see what happens, what he can do in this Grand Prix. And look at Aaron Canet up there in third place. Been a very quiet season in my career mode, so we'll see what he can produce in Assen today. But there is just briefly Celestino Vietti in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. He showed us a little bit of a front wheel, but nothing such. Nothing came to it as of yet. But out of Steckenval for turn 8 we'll go. Still a tenth and a little bit. Actually, the gap has diminished somewhat down to about 0.5 of a second. But really late braking into De Bolt for the very first time of asking. It's going to be a 6-lap sprint race here, by the way. We're going to be trying everything we possibly can to get the Grand Prix win, but to make it interesting just as much. So coming out of Dukas Loop, we've seen Celestino Vietti once again. There he is at the bottom of the screen, ladies and gentlemen. He wants to have a lunge, he wants to have a pop, and there he is into the hog hide. And goodness me, aggressive and brave from the Italian. He's definitely one of Rossi's academy, isn't he? Wow. What a great move that was, but now we're on the back foot. But for how much longer? We were very quick into the first sector, and especially into Struben. Struben is probably my most beloved overtake in a MotoGP game, and that is of course turn 5 into the very tight hairpin, which you're bound to see very, very soon, because I might save the lunge for that moment, just so I can show you, because I absolutely love that particular corner. But out of turn 2 and now into turn 3, into the Ossenbroken we go. Celestino Vietti still has the lead. Tight apex there actually for Vietti, wasn't expecting that, but the change of direction, here it comes. Turn 5 for Struben, up on the inside, a little bit of rear brake, we had it stuck, but Vietti, smartly done. I think he expected the lunge there, so I think he just said, come on through, Matt, come on through, the water's lovely, and then disappeared at the end of it, and it was freezing. So now into the Wienschlang, and then go into the left hand side for turn 7 for the Russian hook. We're going to have to do that work again, which is not a problem because Aaron Canet is 0.5 second behind, and this battle will continue to rage on for the rest of the GP. So into the slipstream we go. We could be close enough for a lunge into De Bolt. Why not Chelsea? A little bit up on the inside, a little bit of contact. Vietti, cleverly done from the Italian. That's how you got to do it though. If you do let them get through, attack them immediately. Like Andy Irwin and BSB, he loves that. Straight up on the inside, I'll fight you back. Simple as. I love that style. I'm pretty much the same as well. But into turn 12 in a corner I can just never, ever pronounce. We'll try again into turn 13 for the hog high. Do we have a chance now into 14? Not close enough. But are we going to line him up into the Geert Timmer chicane? Why not give it a try? Up on the inside. Beautifully done for turn 16. Change of direction for the left-hand side. And then a little bit to the kink of turn 18. We have the lead once again. So that was actually, incidentally, the fastest lap of the Grand Prix from anyone in that second lap. And I guess that makes sense because, of course, 2 laps, usually it's just a normal standard lap. And, of course, the third lap now, which we're on, will be the ultimate display. And, of course, turn 2 being a pretty solid corner for us. We gained a little bit of speed, but we also lost a little bit on the entry. But now into Struben, a little bit better this time around. Not as wide, but will Celle have a little bit of a lunge when he gets to slipstream? So far, he's only lost a little bit of time. He's lost about 0.6 of a second, but I'm not convinced that that's it. I'm not convinced in Assen, no way. Celestino Vietti is very strong, and the AI does get stronger as the Grand Prix goes on. We've seen this in Catalonia, and we've seen this in the Sachsenring. The Sachsenring, the AI went really strong, which was very, very entertaining. So I'm happy with that, totally fine with that. Bring on the battle. So into De Bolt then for turn 9. 4.5 of a second is the gap to your Italian behind, Celestino Vietti. And whilst we have a small lapse in the action, we can have a look at the top 8 with Grant leading the way, Vietti and Canet on the podium if it were to end now. Fernandez, Chantra and Agora, the teammates battling it out for 5th position, and Arbolino and Ben Schneider down in 8th place, so a pretty solid result for quite a lot of riders, but I'm also concerned for the riders who aren't in the picture right now. Sam Lowe's, no Jake Dixon. These are Pedro Acosta, of course, as well. These are championship contenders that aren't getting the job done here in Assen as of yet. So across the line, we do not improve our lap time. Does anyone else? Doesn't look like it. A lot of riders across the screen now, excuse me, across the line, still haven't improved their lap times. Is this one not going to be as tight as competitive as I thought? Celestino Vietti has closed down that gap somewhat. It's down to 0.2 of a second, and I'm making a few mistakes here. A mistake has been made into Ossenbroken, and Vietti has taken over at the front. Do we have a lunge into Strubben? Why not? Why not? It's one of those things that it's like the 3 things guaranteed in life: taxes, death, and a lunge into turn 5 into Strubben for me. Those are the 3 guarantees in life. But for now, we've got to get back to it. Lap 4 of 6, and Celestino Vietti has the lead. We need to get back to it. The heart rate monitor went up a little bit. Of course, a little bit of concern there as Vietti went up into the leading position. But this battle will continue to rage on. I'm certainly fancying a close finish in this Grand Prix of Assen. So into De Bolt for turn 9. We're going to probably get to change of direction here. Not quite good enough. That's where we crashed last season, if you remember, in my Moto 3 career mode, which was pretty devastating, because that was my 3rd out of 3 crashes in a row last season, which was a little bit devastating for me. But we're not going to be doing that this time around. We've had the 1 crash in Catalonia this year, in a race that should not be missed. And then we're not going to do it again, hopefully. But into 15 for the ram shot. I'm fancying a lunge once again. Does Grant get the lunge done? He certainly does. Up on the inside for the gate to Chicane. We have the position. Oh, a little bit of contact there. I got kind of caught in the ground there. Couldn't move the bike for some strange reason. So we now retake the lead as the heart rate has skyrocketed to 125. Is it going to get any higher in this one? Could very well get even higher and beyond 130. So into Majid for turn 2. 1/10 of a second separates the 2 riders. Still the fastest man on track, and would you know, we were exactly 1 second behind our previous lap time. I was excited for a second there, I thought we matched it. But back into Strubben we go. That's 3 overtakes into Strubben now already in such a short Grand Prix. You better believe there'll be more if the opportunity arises. I love that corner. It's just such a great block pass as well. It's a brilliant manoeuvre. But now into turn 6 with the Weinschlang, and then lean it across gently for the left hand side. A bit of advice to the guys braking there: be very gentle on the front brake. You don't want to lock the brakes when trying to turn into the turn 7, because that is just a really difficult corner to get right if you're firm on the brakes. So looking at the graphic in the bottom left hand corner of your screen, I'm a little bit concerned of that massive train that we have going, as Celestino almost bumped into us there. The KTM, excuse me, not the KTM, the Calyx up on the inside almost of the Boscoscura chassis. Contact was bound to happen, but thankfully it didn't this time around, but it was a little bit concerning. And there is Cello. Does he want to go for it into turn 12? Didn't want it this time around, but you better believe he's thinking about it. He must be. Still the gap is just teetering. It's oscillating around 0.2 of a second or a 1/10. And Celestino is not letting this one go without a fight. And I tell you what, I love that. But wide into turn... Oh my goodness. Wide into 16, wide into 17. Celestino Vietti not happy with my remounting of the position. And there is Aaron Canet now. He wants to get involved. This one is going to kick off. It's going to go absolutely mental here in Assen. The atmosphere is going to explode as Celestino Vietti has the lead for now. But for how much longer? I'm going for that tight apex, breaking into Ossenbroken. Maybe it's not a lunge into Strubben. We've done it early. I don't think he expected a lunge into turn 3, but we got it done this time around. But into the tightest part of the track for Strubben, the slowest corner on the entire MotoGP calendar. We're going to bring on the power, and hopefully this is enough. But there is Vietti. See what I mean? Getting stronger as the races progress. We'll go into the right hand side for the Weinschlang and just gently tip the bike in for turn 7 with the Russian hook. And we still have the Grand Prix lead, but for how much longer? I've been saying this for a while, but I just expect Celestino Vietti to just chuck a really aggressive lunge up on the inside somewhere. If anyway, it's going to be De Bolt. He was very strong into De Bolt, so I'm going to brake a little bit late here. That might be a bit too late. Running it a little bit deep, caught onto the rumble strip. Where is Cello? Oh, he's there. He's definitely there. He fancies it. He's up at the inside. Celestino Vietti has got the lead for the first time in this Dutch GP. Grant leads the way in the fastest lap time, but that doesn't matter right now because we need a lunge and a half into the Chicane. Can we get close enough? Caught in the rumble strip a little bit, exceeding track limits almost. as we now go to turn 14 into 15 for the Ramshock. This is down to the wire. Up on the inside. Can we get it done? We are going to go for it. We're up on the inside. Hold the line. Hold the line like Toto sang. Oh! Vietti went back. Vietti went back up on the inside. Vietti's going to win it. Vietti's done it. Oh, no. He's absolutely pinched it. He's absolutely pinched it into the final corner. We had the lead. We had it done. And Celestino Vietti wins the Dutch GP in a thrilling finish. Just 35,000 of a second ahead of Grant on the Bosca scorer. Well, what a race, but looking at the championship standings, it's done Celestino Vietti a massive favour, putting him up by 5 positions, but for us, we really didn't lose much in that one. Still 82 points clear from Augusto Fernandez and 99 clear from Tony Arbolino. Look at the team championship and we're still holding on to the lead. 12 points it was last week, but now 17 points ahead of Elfmark VDS Racing Team and 30 clear from Red Bull KTM IO. So an absolutely brilliant battle there. I do not mind that we lost this one because that was excellent. I'm a little bit disappointed that we couldn't quite get the win at the end there. Never want to be beaten on the final corner into the final part, but it is what it is. What a great race. I really enjoyed that and that's all that mattered. And as long as you guys enjoyed it, that's all that matters even more. So guys, if you enjoyed, let me know in the comments section down below. Hit the like button and consider subscribing as well. And I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.